All right. Hello, everyone. This is the Monday briefing from the National Weather Service in Wakefield, Virginia. I'll go ahead and get started now. So, looking ahead, right now we do have widespread rain across the region, and we are expecting this rain to continue through tonight before tapering off, with storm total rainfall of around 1 to 2 inches across the entire area. However, there could be some locally higher totals of between 2 and 3 inches somewhere within the forecast area. Right now, the model guidance kind of has that in a southwest to northeast swath, kind of near the Petersburg Tri-City area. Otherwise, a few strong to severe storms are also possible today, and with that rain, we could see some localized flash flooding possible, mainly across south central and southeastern Virginia and into northeastern North Carolina. After this weather system moves through, we are expecting some much cooler weather to arrive Tuesday and Wednesday, with a widespread frost and freeze across the area Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. And after that, looking into the future, we are watching another area of low pressure, which looks to impact the region between Thursday and Friday of this week, with additional widespread showers and isolated storms. And on the marine side, we do have some small craft advisories in effect across the coastal waters through Tuesday, and then for all the local waters beginning later tonight for wind gusts up to 30 knots, locally a little bit higher. So as I mentioned, right now we are dealing with our slow-moving cold front as it kind of drifts to the southeast across the area, and it's just funneling in a lot of moisture, which will continue to keep these rain chances through the day and into tonight before tapering off. And you can see here our late week system coming up Thursday into Friday. This particular map is Friday morning and shows the rain chances across the area. Regarding the severe threat today, there is a slight risk, or level 2 out of 5, for severe storms, mainly across northeastern North Carolina, with a marginal risk, or level 1 out of 5, mainly along and south of US 460. Damaging winds are the primary threat with these storms. However, we can't rule out an isolated tornado. And for the severe weather threat, the timing, that's looking like it's going to be later this afternoon. Hard to really pinpoint the exact timing, but generally in the afternoon hours, with the severe threat tapering off by the evening. Regarding the heavy rain potential, we do have a marginal, or a level 1 risk for some excessive rainfall, and that's basically from Richmond south. And that's due to, again, the widespread 1 to 2 inches and localized swath of 2 to 3. If that heavier rain, if that does occur over, especially an urban area, we could see some localized flash flooding. But overall, given that it's a long duration event for rainfall, we're not expecting too much widespread flooding. It would be more of a localized type. Here's a map showing our additional rainfall totals. So this does not account what already occurred up until 8 a.m., but from 8 a.m. today until 8 a.m. Thursday, an additional 1 to 2 inches across much of the area, with heavier rainfall totals in the southeast, where we haven't seen much rain, mainly last night into early this morning. And looking ahead, here this map kind of splits up the two different systems. The one right now for today and tonight on the left, showing that 1 to 2 inches of rain, and then our late week systems, that's Thursday into Friday, where we could see upwards of 1 to 1.5 inches once again across much of the area. And so you put those two together, and our total precipitation over the next 7 days of around 1.5 to 3 inches across much of the area. And with all this rainfall today into tonight, we are expecting some river level rises across the area, with the Appomattox and the Chowan basins, the main basins to watch right now. We could get to action stage the James River in Richmond, but it doesn't look like right now that we're going to hit minor there. Where there's a little bit better threat for reaching minor is going to be the Chowan River basins. However, it is potential. There is some possibility that we could reach that in the Appomattox as well, depending on exactly how much rain falls and where that heaviest swath of rain does end up. So we are going to have to watch the rivers as we head into later this week, into this weekend. The wind threat, we're not really expecting too much in the way of high wind threat. However, winds will become pretty gusty tomorrow over the eastern shore. And looking a little bit more in detail to the wind, over the next 72 hours, mainly inland areas could see gusts to 20, potentially as high as 25 miles an hour. And that's mainly going to be tomorrow behind the cold front, where our winds switch to out of the northwest. Down in northeastern North Carolina and far southeastern Virginia, it's the higher wind totals are mainly today, those higher wind values, where our winds are out of the southwest still, gusting to around 25 to 30. Everywhere else today should be pretty light winds, especially compared to what we saw yesterday. However, once again, tomorrow, when our winds switch out of the northwest, it could get pretty gusty along the coast and especially over the eastern shore, with wind gusts up to 30 to 35 miles an hour possible. And then looking ahead further into the Tuesday night to Wednesday morning time frame, we are looking at the potential for a hard freeze across portions of the area in the Piedmont, and a widespread frost and freeze across pretty much everywhere inland away from the coast. Along the immediate coastline, we should stay above freezing, but for all the inland areas, we are looking at the potential for low temperatures around or below freezing, with the coldest temperatures in the Piedmont, where we could see even localized values in the mid-20s. So given that we've had this very warm air mass for the past several days, we're seeing a lot of tree growth and plants flowering and leafing out across the area. So we are concerned about the threat to the vegetation if we do get that hard freeze, especially. So we are going to watch that and decide later on in the coming shifts whether or not we will need a frost or freeze watch and or advisory or warning. So looking at the regional forecast summary, right now is our warmest day for the next several days, mainly in the southeastern portions of the area, where you see even Edenton could get up to 80 degrees today. But further to the north, where that front has already moved through, like Richmond, high temperatures today only in the upper 50s. And then we cool down for the next couple of days in the middle of the week before we return to closer to normal temperatures by late week in the mid-upper 60s, and then cooling back down again this coming weekend behind that second cold front. And here you can also see on the right the chance of rain. We have the rain tapering off tonight, and then that second round moving in late Thursday afternoon through the day on Friday, with the best chance looking like Friday right now. And then looking even further ahead, the 8 to 14 day outlook, temperatures near to slightly above normal and precipitation around normal. I'll go ahead and end the recording.